Alright.
Alright, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. First and foremost, we want to say, Call Halayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah Kadash. Double honors to all apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, you got, can you give me someone give me Matthew chapter 24, verse 6? Barbara Kashar? Yeah, because recently, what happened on July 4th, July 5th, there was a series of earthquakes and aftershocks. And also through the past couple of days, there's been over 3,000 earthquakes, in which that was quote me Isaiah 29 and 6. And that's a way that the Most High said he was going to visit the earth, man. Get it right now, you know?
This is Isaiah 29 and 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Yeah, so the spiritual eye could see it, that the Most High sending his son Yahweh Shai to visit the earth from which he made. And what did he say he was going to do? He was going to bring fire, he was going to bring earthquakes, tempest, storm, so on and so forth. And you see the storms happening in the Midwest, that they're devouring the crops. You know, so now these people can't put food in your grocery stores, which aligns with the scriptures. Someone give me 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. You know, because it says, suddenly the full storehouses shall be found empty, which is going to produce a famine in the land. You know, anybody got it?
Yeah, I'm at 9, so I'm going to grab it.
Okay, come on.
Grab it right now. You said 6 and 22?
Yeah, because, you know, the average grocery store only holds a 3-day supply of food, man.
I got it.
All right, come on.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Yeah, because there ain't going to be anyone to till the ground, which you can read about that in the 16th chapter, man.
I got it.
Bring it up.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, and the word victuals pretty much breaks down to the word commodities, which are everyday necessities like food, water, so on and so forth. Now that it's so cheap going, you can go to the grocery store, you can go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac, people think themselves to be in good case.
But now, it's like, now they got, what is it, 2 for $5?
I don't know.
Fucking McDonald's and shit, the Big Mac. It was some kind of fucking deal going around where it was like 2 for $5 or 2 for $10 or some shit.
Hey, but you know why? It's because all the sickly animals, all the excess animals and the animals that they have just sitting around, that's what they sell to you guys at cheap prices.
Whether it is,
Yeah.
because they show you that Elam or whatever be making fucking meat out of like out of candle wax
Yeah.
on YouTube. You know, they make fake food, man. Yeah, like the brother be listening to K Rhino, which is a rapper that knows certain things, like conspiracy theorist. Now I wouldn't say he's woke, because he still goes off on hella shit, but he does bring up some good points. And what does he say, like, the meat is? Like, he said, what is the meat, like, in the markets and shit? What is it? Silicone or some shit?
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, he's bringing up good points that a lot of this meat that you buy is not really even real meat. It's silicone, it's wax, it's other elements, man, that don't break down your body. That's why you see these people that are morbidly obese, because they go to these fucking fast food restaurants and they just eat hella nasty shit, and they just blow up. They just become whales, man, because their body can't break that down, because it's not real food. Okay, it's different elements. It's wax, it's rubber, it's silicone, plastics, pink slime, and if it is meat, chances are it's an abominable food. It's human meat. It's horse meat. Okay? Things that are abominable, man. To where your body can't break it down. You know, because the Lord created your body a certain way. There's certain elements that the human body can ingest that it breaks down naturally. Your body wasn't designed to consume horse meat or human meat. Okay? So it takes longer for your body to break it down because it's a foreign object, man.
Yeah, which is wickedness. It's abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why they put all these abominations in the food, because they know that it's wicked.
And we have a dietary law. So at the end of the day, the brother's right. It's abominable. It's wicked. Because the Lord didn't design us to eat that shit, man.
That's right.
What up?
So Ezekiel 4:12, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes.
You can start a little bit more because it talks about eating human dung or cow dung.
Ezekiel 4:12, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. You know, that was a representation of what we're eating. We're eating shit, garbage. You know, it said dung which cometh out of man. All right, that's disgusting. You know, and you could read the rest of it. You know, he breaks down and he's like, Lord, I don't want to eat my own shit. You know, and you know, you can read it.
Yeah, because basically, even with your drinking water, you know, I always bring it out that it's pretty much recycled water from your toilet or your bathroom, your shower, or your bathtub, you know.
And that's sick because you only imagine the things that go on in people's showers, man. People be having sex in their showers, okay? And all that gets recycled, man. Yeah. Dumping drugs. These women be jumping their birth control down there. You know? People with AIDS and whatnot, pissing, throwing up in there. You know?
All that shit, man. It all goes to the same place. You know, and gets recycled. Right? Because they don't have a running fresh supply of water to just continuously give you. You know? If they did that, this place would be in a major drought already, man. You know, you suck up all the lakes and shit. You know, and so what Esau does is, since he uses water for every damn thing, he recycles it. You know, because in this society, you don't just use water for drinking. You use it for all types of things. All right, for shitting, for cleaning yourself,
Making drugs.
you know,
Everything.
and pretty much Esau just dumps all types of waste and garbage in the water. And it's the same water that you consume, the same water that you bathe in, which the water that you bathe in gets recycled. It doesn't get thrown out.
And the Lord created a natural way of this water being recycled. Okay, it's through the clouds and whatnot. So water isn't it doesn't get depleted, but it's just the way it's being used, man. It's a waste by these fucking people, man. You know. Go ahead, Salak,
Bring it up.
There's Amos 7:17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land.
Yeah, and this is that polluted land, man. You know, all this pollution is destroying your DNA, putting more chemicals to imbalance your hormones in your brain so you can't think clearly, you know, which makes you more susceptible to demons. Therefore, that's why you got your wife being a harlot in the city, because the powers that be declare unrighteous decrees, which a decree is a law, man, giving her liberty to be a whore or a harlot in the city, man, because they're not abiding by the law, statutes, commandments of the scriptures, you know. Your neighborhoods are divided by line. You got different sects, as they say, you know, cliques, blood neighborhoods, and crip neighborhoods, which all goes back to the occult, man. You know, and your sons and your daughters shall die by the sword. You know, heavy gun violence in America right now, man. The love of many has waxed cold, you know.
Oh, and what's a trip too is now they're doing a thing where now you got to start passing background checks to buy bullets, man. It's been on the news all last week, man. How now you gotta register and pass deep background checks just to purchase bullets that you were able to buy at Walmart, man. You know? Ultimately, it's because they know there's going to be a race war and they don't want all these guns and bullets to fall into the hands of Jake, man. Although systematically, they place these guns in firearms and bullets in Jake's neighborhood, but now they don't want Jake to have it. So when the race wars come, they want to keep Jake docile and weak, docile through all these foods, the pharmaceuticals. That's why weed is legal, man. Weed is legal throughout the 50 states because they want Jake to be high as shit. So when Esau comes through, Jake just be there all fucking blown out, man.
Yeah.
So Esau could just come in and smack your ass up, man.
Or these different holidays and family gatherings,
Hey,
churches, you know, different churches where you have mass gatherings. The masses come together, parties, not parties, but parades, festivals, things of that nature. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things they did to Gad. You know, they would go in there, you know, get them drunk, and then when they're all drunk, they'd come in there and slaughter them.
Trojan horse.
Go ahead, I don't know what it is.
Go ahead, scripture.
This Isaiah 3 and 25, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war.
Yeah, man, that's exactly what's gonna happen in these times, man. We always talk about the waves, man. Oh yeah, Jake's gonna die in like the second or third wave, and then the both sides gonna lift up a standard against our enemies, man. Because contrary to popular belief, we are in the land of our enemies, man. You know, as it says in Baruch, he gave us into the hand of our enemies, man. You know, so the so-called white man who is Esau, according to the scriptures, he's not our friend, man, which friend means brother. You know, just like these Japanese, these Chinese so-called that are not, their line doesn't go back to the 12 tribes. They're not our friends, man. They're our enemies. You know?
This is Zechariah 9 and 12. It says, turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. When I have been Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man.
In the Most High, can you get a song special instrument? And the Most High is making us, he's taking the northern kingdom, he's taking the southern kingdom, and he's putting them together, man. You know, just like Jake told me the other day, man, I want to be around you when all hell breaks loose. Because they already have an inclination in their mind that there's something amiss in America, and it's going to lead to a war, man. A civil war, a race war, you know? And the Most High is stirring it up because the people on this sign are his battle axes and weapons of war, man.
Good. This is Isaiah 41 and 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff.
Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of these people don't deal with the Old Testament. Because in the Old Testament, you really see the Most High's power, man. How he destroys nations, man. There's a lot of death in the Old Testament, you know? And that death is going to come around again. Just like the apostle said, death is going to have its last hoorah, man. You know, death is an actual spirit, you know? And these are the time in which death is going to have its perfect work, man. And the Most High's people, Israel, is going to be a sharp threshing instrument with teeth, having teeth in this land in these times, man. Destroying these people, man. These our enemies and these unbelievers.
Which the Lord, he's going to take Jake from being a peaceful, docile, want to be everybody's friend spirit, and to turn them into fucking cold-blooded killers, man. Because they're going to be seeing all their people getting fucked up out here by Esau, their children getting jacked up. So Jake's going to snap. Jake's going to lose their fucking mind in a righteous aspect. And they're going to go to war against their enemies, which are you other nations, starting with the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom. Now, what we're telling you is just biblical prophecy, all right? We're not condoning Jake and, inciting any riots or anything. But that's just what the word does. Okay, when the prophets of old in the New Testament went and spoke out, people were the Roman government was accusing Jake of inciting riots, man. And it was just because the power behind this word. Because this word is a power. Okay, like it tells you in 1 John, you know.
Well, here's the thing, is that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to have Jake do all this, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are in darkness, that are wicked, that don't want to accept the truth, the Lord's going to have you go to war with Esau, man. All right? Because we're not telling anybody to go to war. We're not telling anybody to take up arms and try and fight these heathen nations. We're telling Jake to be spiritual. All right? To leave off from wickedness and come to the understanding of the Bible. All right? Which 2/3 of the nation of Israel are blinded. They're not going to see that. You know, if this was for everybody, then all of Jake would repent. And the Lord would come back and just deliver us out. But that's not how it's going to go down, because it's already written. It's already written that 2/3 of Israel are going to fight and go to war carnally, man. And they're going to die. All right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to destroy every last one of you ignorant Jakes that want to go and fight in a war, man.
Well, for balance, can you bring out Zephaniah?
I'll hold the bunches too.
This is Zephaniah chapter.
Because all we are seers, man. And we're seeing into the future through the scriptures, man. Because all this have already, America's already been destroyed in another dimension, man. No?
Okay. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Yeah, so that's a commandment, to wait upon him, man. We're not out here going to Big Five, purchasing ammo, purchasing guns, you know? We're out here just being spiritual, man. Trying to be spiritual through the scriptures and applying the scriptures, man. You know? Which it says something about the Most High doesn't want sacrifice, but our obedience.
Obedience.
It's in Samuel.
It was in Samuel,
It was in
you know?
Samuel, yeah.
You know, so the main thing is us following the scriptures to the best of our ability now. You know, not just coming out here week in and week out, you know, cursing out people, you know, saying certain things, but actually applying the scriptures on our day-to-day, becoming that new man, that new creature, you know. But the Most High wants us to wait upon him until he rise upon the prey, which is these other nations. As you see in the news, he's gathering up to battle for battle in World War III.
Yeah, God, and to back up what the brother said, yeah, our job is to be spiritual, man, and have faith in Yahweh Yahushai when all kind of adversity comes against us, man. Because going back to Samuel, the Israelites were being persecuted by the Philistines, okay, and they were looking to kill us, man. They came against us from all sides, right? And all we could do, all we had was prayer. So we prayed unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And then it said that he shot thunder, man. He shot thunder down and killed all them Philistines, man. He delivered us, and we didn't even have to pick up a sword. He made thunder come down and kill all the Philistines that were coming to attack us, man. That's why it's important to read, man. It says, blessed is he that readeth. To boost your faith. Okay, to know that we ain't got to go buy guns and shit. We ain't got to do that. That's Esau's blessing. Okay? You're a fool. You're a fool if you're thinking carnally, man. To be carnally minded is death. Okay, so you're a damn fool.
You're a damn fool. You know, and that's what we're telling Jake. Well, Yahweh Shai said to turn the other cheek, man.
Yahweh Shai said, "He that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword."
Die by the sword. So we're out here telling Jake to be spiritual and follow after these scriptures. We are against you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans picking up arms against the so-called white man. We're completely against that, man.
Well, that's mutually assured destruction, man.
Yeah,
this guy's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, you're gonna you idiot fucking Jakes. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You think that you're gonna fight against a guy that has nuclear weapons, that has the power to destroy an entire nation?
Well, his sword was the blessing.
You fucking idiots! Oh, bring that out.
This Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
Avenge not yourselves. Go ahead.
but rather give place unto wrath.
Give place unto wrath. All right, meaning don't let it rule over you. All right, give place unto, put it aside.
Yeah.
Go
Get
ahead.
away from it, God.
For it is written, vengeance is mine.
For it is written, vengeance is mine. Go ahead.
I will repay, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Now bring out Zephaniah.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger.
Yeah. God, his righteous anger, man. Keep going though.
For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
That's right, and that's why it says in Malachi that they shall burn as an oven, man. You know, but another example, keep reading down on 13.
There's Romans 13 and 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
Now the higher powers that is set up in this society is Esau, man. So it says, let every soul be subject to the higher powers. Keep going.
For there is no power but of Yahweh.
So the Most High set this devil up to be the devil, man. You know, to be the hammer of the earth, man. Keep going.
The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance. So like the ordinance of Yahweh.
Now someone give me in Samuel, the sin of rebellion is the rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, man.
Yeah, can I get this real quick
Read it
while
up.
he gets that? This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil, and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
That's right, man. You know, because 2/3 of the nation of Israel are subjected to death in this side, on this side, man. You know, because they rebelled against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So therefore, the Most High is sending the so-called white man, or as you heard in that passage, the Assyrian, his staff being his sword to destroy these people, man. You know, you got a script.
And you can only understand this if you're spiritual, if your eyes are open. Because somebody that's not spiritual, like Vocab Malone, will look at that and be like, no, this is talking about the Assyrians in ancient Babylon. Yeah, but you gotta be spiritual. You gotta realize that there's nothing new under the sun. That Babylon is reincarnated on the earth today, man.
Who was ruling ancient Babylon? The Assyrians in Iraq. Who was ruling modern day Babylon? The Assyrians, which is Esau, Edom, in modern day Babylon.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Yeah, them that resist shall receive to themselves damnation, man. You know, because there's gonna. Hey, can you give me a Revelation? I believe it's 14 and 18 or 14 and 8.
Now, you do have to resist, but you have to resist spiritually. Meaning, when the mark of the beast comes out, that doesn't mean you just be subject to the, oh well, the scripture said be subject to the higher power. I'm not gonna be mark of the beast. No. If it goes against the commandments of Yahweh. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, give unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that which is the Lord's, man. You know? And so when certain things come out, yeah, you do have to resist, but that doesn't mean you're gonna strap a bomb to yourself, or you're gonna are you gonna get a gun and start shooting people? No, you resist unto death, man. Okay? You are a lamb. You're supposed to be a sheep for the slaughter. Okay? So what if Esau wants to kill you, man? Die. That's your job, man. It's your reasonable service. It's to die for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, to present your body as a living sacrifice.
That's what we're here for, man. As an example, all right? To show you how to be. Great men are going to subject themselves to suffering, misery, and death if it needs be. All right? That's how you're gonna know a man of the Lord from some crusty, musty fucking demon, man. Alright? Woe to them that have fearful hearts, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Okay? You gotta be prepared. You gotta build your faith. You can't be scared, man. You gotta know Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is with you even to the end. Alright? Because you may have to go through chastening, man. You may have to go through something like that. Your body might have to be destroyed, but it's just a body, man. You got a spirit, and the spirit is eternal. And if you're part of the elect, the Lord's gonna bring you back in a new body, man, a greater body, one that has fucking power, man. To where you can lift people in the air and rip them to pieces with your mind. To where you can go invisible. You can fly. Alright? You will be able to stop it from raining. You could make the earth to open up and swallow whole cities, man. That's the power Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to bestow upon those that wait for him, man. But if you don't wait for him, if you just act, like it says in the scriptures, be not hasty in thy spirit, man. It tells you in the scriptures that if you get put in a low state, you got to be patient. All right, you can't just do the first thing that comes to your mind. All right, you're just gonna jump up and defend yourself. Yahweh Shai didn't defend himself. All right, he let him take it, man. He did what he was supposed to do. Hey, Judas Iscariot, he knew the whole time that Judas was a devil, man. And he treated Judas as a brother. He knew he was going to betray him. He let it happen. That's how you got to be. You have to have the mind of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay? If you want to make it out of here, you got to have the mind of Yahweh Shai. He was harmless. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. We are sheep in the midst of wolves. The sheep don't fucking put grenade belts on themselves and start lobbing grenades around and blowing the fucking wolves up. Neither do we. If somebody wants to hurt you, fuck it, man. Be an example. Esau comes, don't be afraid. You don't have to fight back. Because what they do to you is going to be recompensed unto them. It said it's better that they had a millstone wrapped around their neck and thrown into the bottom of the ocean than for somebody to hurt you. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to avenge his elect.
You got present? Okay, good.
There's 2 Maccabees 7 and 8. Salaki. 7 and 9. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, Thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life.
That's right, man. So if we do die, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to raise us up to everlasting life, man. You know, we have the knowledge of that, man. But these people of the world, they don't. They think you're either going to go to heaven or hell. But heaven and hell is a condition played out on earth, man. You know, so you got that. Strong on the truth.
This is Ecclesiasticus 4 and 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death.
Yeah, so we got to strive for the truth unto death, man. Even in the scripture, some of us might die, man. As it says in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, man. Because we're all martyrs, right? We're all witnesses of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know? We're out here giving you the scriptures. Because hey, Yahweh Shai Ratazah, we all were there with him 2,000 years ago. Doing the same thing that we're doing now. Keep going.
Yeah, now just for edification of the camera, the word strive means to fight. So it says to fight for the truth unto death, because this war that we're involved in is a spiritual war. So you have to fight spiritually and mentally, man. Okay? The scriptures say we have not resisted unto blood. So of course it's not going to be a physical fight. Okay? And it shouldn't be. Unless the Lord raised you up with that spiritual power, there's nothing you can do. Okay? But get whooped, man. So you got to fight spiritually.